Are you looking for a cool recipe as the weather heats up?
This one I'm so looking forward to. Today, Sean shows us how to save on a steakhouse favorite in today's Cooking with Styles.
You know, when you go to a chop house and they have the wedge head with the blue cheese dressing on the top, this thing can cost you up to 15 bucks. Well, I had a roommate that worked at Rainwaters, the steakhouse downtown, and he gave me the recipe from there. Let's get cooking with Styles. Now, the great thing about making blue cheese dressing is that there are different cheeses that are basically the same thing. You have Roquefort, which is French. You have Gorgonzola, which is Italian. I'm using the American blue cheese here, 1 cup there. And then we've got some sour cream. And this is really, it's really simple. Okay, sour cream. And then we've got our mayonnaise. And we're gonna spice this up a little bit with some different ingredients. So I've got salt, fresh cracked pepper, and brown sugar. You could use honey if you'd like instead, but I'm using the brown sugar. And then we take a little bit of lemon juice and about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more. And now we're gonna add a little bit of parsley, and I use fresh, about a tablespoon. And then what Molly likes to do is add a little Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna put in a 1/4 cup Worcestershire. Give it a good shake because there's a lot of ingredients in there. Couple shots. And now here again, depending on what type of hot sauce you like to use, you could use Tabasco. I'm using kind of a Mexican style here. And this is just mixed together. Now really the best way to do this is if you put this in the refrigerator and let it settle a little bit. Now you see how thick that is? That's just, for me, that's just a little too thick. So I like to thin this out just a little bit with some little buttermilk. So then you just incorporate your buttermilk in there to get it to the consistency that you like. I like that consistency, maybe just a little bit thinner. And then the key to really making this all come together, because we're doing a wedge head here. So you got to make sure your iceberg lettuce is nice and cold. So what I've done is I've taken my iceberg lettuce and I've drenched it in ice cold water, and then I put it in the fridge. And then just before I go to serve it, I take it and put it in my spinner, and I'll spin it just a little bit here to make sure that I get all the water out of that. And once I give that a little spin, of course the water's gonna come out. You see that water coming out right there? We don't want that in our salad. Take that out, and let's go ahead and plate this up. And I gotta tell you, this is the best part, because you get to put all the ingredients that you like on the top. So we've got a nice wedge head there. We're gonna take our blue cheese dressing, put it right over the top, just like they do in the chop house. And then we're gonna finish this off, because you know what bacon does? It makes everything better. A little bit of bacon on top, and a sprinkle of parsley just to kind of accent that just a little bit. I gotta tell you, this right here, this wedge head with the fresh blue cheese dressing on top, it's gonna be just like you're eating it at a steakhouse for about a 1/4 of the price. If you'd like this recipe for a wedge head with blue cheese dressing, go to our website, cbs8.com/recipes.